Hey there, Jen Fine, co-founder and CEO of YouLi. I am very contemplative right now as it is the end of my time here in the United States. I just have 1 week left. And I've chosen to make sure that I spend some time in the redwood groves that I grew up in. So for those of you who have been lucky enough to either grow up in or travel to, you know what I'm talking about in terms of the incredible experience of standing in these redwood groves. They're so peaceful, so inspiring, and I feel really lucky. I came here back in July. I got a one-way ticket and I didn't know when I was going to be able to get back to my home in Australia, and I get to go back without having to hotel quarantine in less than a week. And I'm also really lucky because I accomplished what I set out to do when I came. There were two goals for me, one of which was to make sure that if I was going to be encouraging people to get out there and travel again, sort of post-COVID, that I should know what I'm asking people to do, and I should have confidence that there's a way to do that safely. And I have traveled all over the United States, and I have not gotten sick, and I've been responsible, but I've also been in contact with strangers, and I've been able to do that in a way that's been safe for me and for the people that I care about. And so now I know that I can say to people, you know, it's possible in a sort of managed pandemic to travel and to keep yourself safe. May not be true for everyone, and this may not be the time for you. And so it has to be something that everyone chooses when is the right time for them to figure out how to step out into the world again and feel safe doing so. But I know that it can be done, and I've done it myself, and I've seen our clients doing it for their travelers, especially people like Eleanor Fish of Run Wild Retreats and Jennifer Spatz of Global Family Travels. And I have also seen the ATTA do this with the conference in Sedona that we were just at last week, which was an incredibly inspiring conference. It just reminds me why we get together as humans, because it reminds you that humans are amazing and they do great things, especially when they collaborate and especially when they connect. And so that was one of my big goals, was to make sure that as a member of the travel community and industry, that I'm being responsible in encouraging people to find a way to get back out there and do so safely. So I'm very proud of having done that for myself, and I'm very proud of our community for stepping up and offering ways to do it safely. The second thing that we wanted to accomplish with my time in the US is I wanted to make sure that our brand was something that Americans knew about. And so we had intended to do some larger activities this year, but various slowdowns with Delta and things have slowed down our relaunch. But you can look forward to a new website coming very soon, and you will see us on a number of podcasts and lives and various webinars with our partners in the US coming very soon. So thank you all to the people that have taken the time to meet with me during my time here. I've met with partners like Dr. Sherry Rosenthal of Wanderlust Entrepreneurs, and I've met with Sheila Falk from Travel Industry Solutions, and I'm looking forward to those sessions with them and their amazing communities soon. So you're going to see more of us as we have significantly pivoted from being mostly an Australian company. We are still Australian, but we are now servicing majority US clients. That's a pretty big shift for our company, and I am hoping to sort of rebalance a bit as Australia reopens and I get back there. But but we're really proud to be working more and more with Americans and Canadians, thanks to Katie Broadhurst of Peak Flow OBM. So if you don't know what an OBM is, it's an online business manager, and Katie is amazing if you're looking for one in the adventure travel space. So I encourage you to follow us as we partner more and more with Katie on various activities as well. So those were the two things that I really wanted to make sure that I accomplished on this trip, and we have succeeded in that, and I couldn't have done it without the support of the YouLi team. So that includes the team back in Australia who survived another lockdown. Bravo to Jeff, our head of sales, Braun, our CTO and my amazing co-founder, and Steph, our head of UX and UI design, and Xiao Tian, also known as Chris, who is our incredible tester and junior developer. And they did the hard work of staying home and being steadfast, and really appreciate the fact that that wasn't an easy place to be. And thank you for your dedication through this whole time. And of course, our new team members, Sean and Claire. They came onto the team this year. They're based in the US. Well, Claire was based in the US. She's now based in Argentina since the borders reopened. And of course, so those are our support team, and you'll have seen them hopefully on lives, and you'll be seeing more of them on the YouLi cafes every 2 weeks on Facebook. So please pop in to join and get to know them better as they support more and more of the travel that is restarting on the platform. And of course, Vika. So Victoria has been with us for a number of years, but she's really grown into her own as our senior marketing magician. Many of you will have met her at the conference last week, and she is currently living her best life jumping out of planes in Mexico. So we're looking forward to her landing safely and leading the charge on our new website and continuing to take our brand to the next level. So it's been a pretty epic trip on a personal level, on a professional level. And I also just want to touch on kind of the power of being able to be in real places and see things beyond the headlines. There's always the discussion around fake news and sort of the platforms and the negative influence they have on us. And I don't have a lot of answers, but I do know that if you go to a real place and you stand in the actual places and you talk to the real people, you make your own best opinions, and you make the kinds of connections that lead to the kinds of solutions that we're going to need for all the problems that we're facing. And so many of our clients are very impact focused, and they are passionate about using travel to do good in the world and to help change the way that people see things so that they can focus on the problems and make the connections they need to solve those problems. So I feel lucky that I got to be one of those people who, spent time in Florida and saw that not everyone's crazy there. It may be a land of misfits, but, there's an incredible energy there. And, I got to see my uncle's house up on stilts as he prepares for the fact that, flooding is going to be the norm. And I'm really excited that I got to see the state park where I've spent a number of years in my childhood. It used to be called Patrick's Point. It's now called Sumeg. So it's been renamed to be an indigenous named state park. That's a huge deal, and an indication of the shift that's happening in the world. And it's slow and it's subtle, but these are the things, this is how real change happens. The best kind of change is slow and considered. And so, I've also been able to see some of the changes that are a bit scary. So this place that I'm walking in right now, it's quite beautiful with the fall colors, but there should be water here. So it's November. There was a really, really big rainstorm not that long ago, And in my childhood, this would have been full of water. And I'm not that old. So, yeah, we know that there are real problems, and we know that we need to come together to fix them. And I believe strongly that humans working together and humans connecting as humans in the real world is one of the ways that we're going to find those solutions. So I can do my little part, and I am proud to be part of a community of conscientious people who are looking to solve problems in their communities and their worlds, and they're using travel as a mechanism to achieve those goals. So bravo to all of you out there trying to change your world and make things a better place for your travelers. And thank you so much for coming with me on this journey. And while this particular part of my journey is over very soon, you will, of course, be seeing more of me as it continues, because it is always the journey and never the destination. And so while this chapter is ending, another one is beginning. And I look forward to being back in Australia and seeing what that world has in store for me. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you back in Oz.